Good morning to all the members of the media. Hold that for me, young brother. We're here this morning on the first day of early voting. First of all, we are here to dramatize the fight that we've been in for more than 3 years to hold on to early voting, same-day registration, and to nullify the unconstitutional race-driven photo ID. All of those things, when the state of North Carolina attempted to undo early voting, to undo same-day registration, and to add photo ID, were found unconstitutional by the courts. I want you to hear what I mean, that they were found unconstitutional by the court. The governor and the legislature spent $6 million of our money to try to take and to suppress the right to vote. Now, I also want to mention in this context, in this trial that went on for over a year and a half, the argument of the state, the argument of Governor McCrory, was the same as Donald Trump's, that there was fraud. The courts found no evidence. The court found no evidence that the cry about fraud was fraudulent in and of itself. And the court said the attempt to undermine and suppress the right to vote was in fact surgical racism. Surgical racism. Surgical racism. That's the first point we want to drive home today. That the fact that we have early voting and same-day registration in North Carolina and we do not have to provide a photo ID is the result of the people standing behind me. The students that joined our lawsuit, the churches that joined our lawsuit, the citizens of this country, of this state that joined our lawsuit and chose to fight back based on the 14th Amendment, the 15th Amendment, and the Voting Rights Act, and we won. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Forward together?
Not one step back.
Forward together?
Not one step back.
Now, the second reason we're here today is because we are still facing a situation where, as you know, the Republican Party sent out a memo to local boards of elections and told them after the court decision to, in fact, put in place voting rules and voting opportunity that followed the Republican principles and not the principles of the Constitution and not the principles of the victory in our lawsuit. So what does that mean? Heretofore, there would be a precinct on this campus for early voting. It would be right over at the law school, or it would be right over at the student union building. Students could leave class, go right there. Other members of the community could come on this campus. Today, that is not the case. The only time that the more than 5,000, 6,000 students on this campus will have access to early voting will be on the 27th. Am I right?
That's right.
October the 27th. Think about that. 7 days from today. These students, however, have said that they are going to show the nation that nothing will hold them back from voting, that in fact millennials are going to vote. And so this morning, we're walking to the Board of Election downtown. Just like students years ago walked and sat down in the drugstores all over this state, beginning right here in Durham and Greensboro and other places, these students are walking. Some of them will miss class, but they see this as a necessary act of their civil responsibility to honor what the fights of the past and the fights of the present. So we're walking down the sidewalk to dramatize, number one, how shameful it is that this precinct has been removed for early voting and will only be open on the 27th. But these students are committed, this core of students, to go today and vote and then come back and continue to organize this campus. And again, we will have a massive march to the polls on October the 27th, joining all of the organizations here on campus. The next thing we are clear about is this is an election about issues. The students understand, and they will be free to talk to the media. This election is about who will get health care. This election is about who will get living wages. This election is about public education. It's about who will sit in the Oval Office, the governor's office, every member of the Council of State. We're the only state in the country, I believe, that has 3 African Americans running statewide. Run for the Supreme Court, run for treasurer, run for the lieutenant governor. These are unique times. North Carolina is right in the center of the national debate and can literally determine who will sit in the White House. We understand that. We understand what's at stake here. And so while the NAACP doesn't endorse, that we surely endorse issues. Would you all hold your issue placards up? those that have issue placards. Any issue placards around? All of these that get out to vote, you will see others about protecting LGBT rights, protecting and fighting for a living wage, fighting to protect immigrant rights, fighting for health care. Think about it. Right here in North Carolina, we just had a major flood. Some estimates said it impacted, Andrea, more than 1.7 million North Carolinians. Many of those people are getting federal assistance now, and many of them need health care. But what is it that we don't have? We did not expand Medicaid expansion, so the very people that were caught up in this flood now don't have access to Medicaid expansion, nor do they have access to living wages. This is about issues. Fourthly, I have a report here, and I wanted the media to hear it, that we are already seeing trickery in this election. Down in Beaufort County, one of the campaigns down there, the Republican campaigns, had a person who attempted to challenge individuals' eligibility. One of those ladies that they in fact challenged was 101 years old. Her name is Grace Bear Hardison. And we fought, and just yesterday forced them to back up from that challenge. But Ms. Hardison should have never had to defend herself. She has voted for numerous years, but she was being challenged as to whether or not she was eligible. Lastly, and most important, we are making a mass call on the State Board of Election, and we're calling people to call the State Board of Election and demand that they hear our demands. And this is what they are in light of Hurricane Matthews and the flood in the more than 30 counties that were impacted. We want Saturday and Sunday voting in all of those counties. I just got a text in Craven County, one of the counties hit by the flood, that they only have one site. Only have one site. There are places where the boards of elections were underwater. There are places where the early voting sites are no longer accessible. People's cars were underwater. If the floods move backwards, the people still have to go back to work. They can't get off 9 to 5, especially now after the flood. So we want Sunday and Saturday voting in those counties. We want the extension of the hours of early voting to ensure in those impacted counties that people can vote. And we want to add more sites to ensure access to the ballot. And where it is necessary, we want mobile units where people can come, they can set up, the mobile units will set up, and people will be able to come and vote. This is our democracy. This is our democracy. And it's sad to see those who would attempt to suppress the vote in any way, shape, or form. And that is why we're here today, and that is why 2 by 2, these students are going to walk down to the voting polls. Rebecca, you have anything you want to say? Where's my mom name?
My name is Rebecca Barber, and I'm a student here at North Carolina Central University. We are here today because, like my father said, 4 years ago, we had a polling site on campus. I was able to go vote in the student union, and students were engaged. In 2008 and 2012, as we know, specifically Black students turned out in record numbers. So there is no reason to say that we no longer need a polling site on campus. There's no reason to say that our site should be taken away. So here we are gathered today. It's the first day of early voting. We understand that this election is important. It's the first presidential election without the full protection of the Voting Rights Act. We're going to continue fighting until the Voting Rights Act is restored, and we're going to continue fighting until our campus polling site is fully restored. Thank you.
Brother Bass, Marcus Bass, what's he? With Democracy.
Good morning. Democracy North Carolina, the nonpartisan voting rights organization, stands proudly with the North Carolina Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, Dr. Barber, and the Forward Together movement. We understand that thousands of voters are being suppressed in North Carolina. We have seen and we have fought with the citizens across this state for a number of years to address the suppression of voters, particularly amongst college campuses and our HBCUs in North Carolina, in which North Carolina has over 10 HBCUs HBCUs, we have seen tactics to withhold voters in very suppressive ways. Dr. Barber definitely mentioned Eastern North Carolina. We definitely lift up the campuses that are on that side of the state. We also have Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity standing, and other Greeks across the state of North Carolina and across the country standing, sororities and fraternities, organizations, churches, all standing with the students, standing with the voters in North Carolina, making sure that everybody votes early, making sure that everybody is educated whenever they go to vote, and make sure that the access to the polls during this election cycle is not impeded by any tactics of those that are trying to suppress votes across the state of North Carolina. This is the first of many marches across the state. People will be marching across North Carolina from small counties to large urban cities. And we're asking you to join us, join North Carolina, join the movement of the people that is saying forward together, not one step back. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marcus. Tomorrow we'll be at A&T. There'll be marches at Johnson C. Smith, Elizabeth City State, Winston-Salem State. We have more HBCUs than anywhere else in the country. We're also going to have marches with our local branches. We're calling on churches. We have more than 1,200 churches now signed up in mosques and temples. We're calling on all people to march to the polls. Not the students are setting the example, a little bit different than in the past where say the adults might say the students are setting the example, and we're calling on all people of conscience, all people who believe in this democracy, all people who understand the power and the right to vote, to join the students over these next few days from now to the end of early voting, to vote early, and then on election day help other people get out. We have alumni from across the country that are helping us. One of them is Dr. Andrea Harris, and she's going to come now and share from that perspective.
As an alum of an HBCU and the coordinator of the North Carolina HBCU Alumni Leadership Roundtable, we just want the students today to know that we stand with them, and that as alums, we kind of understand where they are. This is like a period of the new Jim Crow. We've seen the opportunities of the Voting Rights Act and the guarantees of the Voting Rights Act truly roll back. And we've seen this systemic process of the demographic deconstruction of the South used and influenced, whether by ALEC and others, and fully embraced to further limit access to our basic rights of voting by all of us. People often talk about the disengagement of millennials, but we're here to say that millennials are engaged. Millennials are taking leadership, and we want them to know that while HBCUs are also under attack and threatened, that we stand with them and we support their leadership in the basic, simple right to vote.
Let me give one other quick piece, and then we're going to begin to move. How many of you all are representing the organization here? An organization. I want you to come to the podium in a minute, say your name and your organization, and say we're here to get out the vote, because I want people to know the unity that we have in the midst. The South will determine the future of America. Always has, always will. If you can control the former 13 Confederate states, if you can have what used to be called the Solid South, you control 26 U.S. senators, which means you only need 25 from the other 37 states. You control 31% of the United States House of Representatives, which means you only need 20% from the other 37 states. You control 163 electoral votes. If you can just control the 13 southern states from North Carolina to Texas, which means you only need 99 electoral votes from the other 37 states. You control 13 governors who control boards of elections. That's the power. That's why there's been so much attempt to write suppressive voting laws, because the reality is now the numbers and the demographics have shifted the South, and therefore are shifting the nation. I believe that that's one of the reasons you have all this talk about fraud. You didn't have all this talk about fraud until all of a sudden African Americans and Latinos began to vote in record number. Those of us who have in our history the experience of true fraudulent, we never questioned the American democracy. We kept working on it. We questioned it to make it better, but we never questioned other people's right to vote. We're in a different season now. North Carolina, I think in 2008, African Americans voted at 66%. That's higher than it's been since the 1960s and all the way back to the 1800s, 1860s, and 1870s. That's a new demographic. It's a new shift. And there are people that are afraid of that shift because they know that if you register 30% of the unregistered African American voters in the South and they vote with Latinos and with progressive whites, it's a new day. The solid South is no longer solid. And that's why all of this conversation, I believe, is about fraud. It was not, you didn't hear this until after President Obama won.
That's right.
You didn't hear this kind of conversation. You're hearing it now because there are some people that do not want to recognize the power. And they fear the changing demographic. They have been used to holding on to the South, but the South is rising. And it's rising with these millennials, and it's rising with African Americans, and it's rising with Latinos, and it's rising with progressive whites. And as the South changes, so changes the very nation that we call America. And that is why we will never, we're gonna fight to have a precinct on campus, but are there any students here that will say, even if there's not one on campus, we're gonna find it and we're gonna vote? Is that right?
Yes.
We're gonna find it? And we're going to vote. So I want to ask those of you that are representing organizations just to step to the podium, say your name, your organization, and say it's time to get out to vote.
Good morning. I am Rashid Givens, and on behalf of Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, we are here in support, and it's time to get out here and to vote.
Next, come on.
My name is Kevin Crawford. I'm out here on behalf of the NAACP and the Central Chapter, and we're here to get out the vote.
Good morning. My name is Brian Dawson from K97.5 on behalf of Radio 1 Raleigh. We're committed not to tell you who to vote for, but for you to exercise your right because your vote matters.
My name is Jonathan Flynn. I'm here on behalf of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity, and I'm out here to tell you to go vote.
Yeah. Any organization?
My name is Roland State, and I'm the first vice president of the Durham branch in AACP. There are branches in AACP all across this state that are energized, ready to go, to empower and educate folk that this is your primary franchise. This is what sets us apart from all other nations in the world, this opportunity for each and every American to be able to vote. We want to make sure that everybody does exercise that franchise, and we can start it today.
Any others? You represent yourself, you want to say something. Come on, student.
My name is Matthew Carter. I'm here on behalf of Move On's United Against Hate campaign, and we are here to get out the vote in this pivotal election.
Thank you. Anyone else? Come on, my sister. Where's Miss Allen? She's here.
Hi, my name's Chelsea Yarborough. I'm the HBCU and Southern National Campus Organizer with the Feminist Majority Foundation and a member of Black Youth Project 100. And on behalf of both organizations, I'm here to say that we stand with the South and we stand with North Carolina and making sure that folks have access to the vote.
That's right. Anyone else? Come on, brother.
My name is Ajamu Dillahunt, here on behalf of Ignite NC, also a member of Black Youth Project 100, and get out to vote and use it as a tool.
That's right. Tyler, you need to say a word.
Good morning. My name is Denzel Goodland. I'm a member of SGA, and on behalf of SGA, we encourage everyone to go out and vote.
All right. Anybody else? You?
Good morning. My name is Tyler Swanson. I'm the Youth and College Field Secretary, and it's important that all of us get out to exercise your right to vote. Your vote does matter. If you're really concerned about democracy and justice, we need to see you at the booth between now and November 5th. Thank you.
Any questions, media?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am. And you are?
I'm Gloria Rodriguez with ABC 11.
Yes, ma'am.
And we heard a lot from Donald Trump. He said repeatedly that the election is rigged. So what would you say to people who feel like maybe they hear that and they feel like their vote doesn't count?
First of all, understand what Donald Trump is doing. Donald Trump is repeating the same line that Governor McCrory repeated, that our legislatures repeated when they put forth the law that was overturned by the courts. They claimed the same thing, that there was fraud. There was no fraud found in a court case, not just opinion. What he is doing is an attempt where he is now, and it looks like he's dropping in the polls to try to delegitimize the election. Even when African Americans could not vote, even when we had to march across the Edmonds Pettus Bridge, you didn't hear us talk like that. You never heard African Americans try to delegitimize the democracy. We tried to legitimize the democracy by telling the democracy it had to treat all people fairly and live up to the 14th and the 15th Amendment. What he is doing is very dangerous. What the Republicans did in this state was very dangerous. They spent all that time, 3 years, $6 million, saying that the reason they were trying to end same-day registration, end early voting, and pass the worst photo ID in the country because there was, quote, fraud. And they were found in the courts of law to not be telling the truth. And instead, what they were doing was engaging in surgical racism. If anything, everything that Mr. Trump is saying ought to encourage people to vote even more.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And you are?
Sari Horowitz from the Washington Post.
Yeah, I know.
Donald Trump has talked about, he's asked his supporters to go out to watch the polls, to police the polls, especially in certain cities and certain areas. Are you concerned about voters being intimidated by that?
Well, we've seen this kind of racist directives before. Notice what he's saying, inner city, code word, where black people are. He's not telling people to police absentee ballots, which you really probably couldn't, because that's primarily what most white and more upper echelon income people use. Here's the point. There's nothing wrong with having poll watchers. But I just reported this morning where we had someone in the Republican campaign to try to challenge a 101-year-old one-year-old that's been voting. We're not going to stand for that. We're not going to be intimidated. We're not going to be suppressed. We have our lawyers out and ready to go. But I'm not just concerned about Donald Trump. We have forces in this state. We have a head of the Republican Party who actually, the day after the court case came down, sent letters out, memos out to local boards of elections that were controlled by Republicans, telling them to put in place rules and regulations and access to that fit the Republican values. That's wrong. What Donald Trump is, this race baiting, whether it's attacking Mexicans or it's attacking the LGBT community, or it's now attacking the inner cities and suggesting that's where there are problems. That is racist to suggest that in those communities that somehow they are engaging in fraudulent behavior. And as I said earlier, this kind of language grows straight out of the Southern strategy of the 1960s. That's George Wallace, Barry Goldwater type language. That's where it comes from. Lester Maddox and governors. That's what Dr. King used to talk about when he said governors whose lips are dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. And that's what people do when they retreat, because they can't win on issues. They can't win on issues. But I'm also concerned about the policies, because his policies, not just what he's saying about the inner city. He, on the one hand, claims, let's look at the distortion he and others are saying to the African American community. On the one hand, he claims he's going to help the African American community. Now remember, the NAACP is black, is white, is brown, it's all people. But then he doesn't tell, when he's in front of the when he's in front of the black community, he doesn't talk about the president's birth. I wonder why. When he's in front of the African American community, he doesn't say that he's going to cut health care, which is going to take health care from 3 million African Americans and 17 million other Americans. He doesn't say that he doesn't believe in a living wage, when 54% of African Americans make less than a living wage. So he's hypocritical on both ends. On the one hand, he's blaming the inner city and African American community, claiming that we're going to somehow rig the election. And then on the other hand, he's proposing policies that are going to hurt the African American community. But it's not just Trump. That's the point we need to get. Right here in this state, our legislature and our governor used the same language. The same language when they suggested that they needed House Bill 589, the worst voter suppression law. If you go back and read the record, they said it was because of fraud, because of irregularity. And they could not find a case to bring inside of the court. And that's why the court said, no matter, even though they didn't use overt race language, the court said their actions, their policies were in fact surgical racism. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. The students are gonna line up 3 by 3. We're gonna go to the student union. Why? Because that's where the precinct used to be, to show the media how close it would be if they had not moved it. They will pick up students there, and then they will walk back around and go downtown to the Board of Election. Now these students are making that student. This is your sitting down at the lunch counter. You know, the day that they sat on the lunch counter, they didn't go ask the teachers could they be dismissed. They made the work up there. We're gonna work with the administration on all of that. But this is your movement. So Sister Rebecca, Tyler, y'all line folk up 3 by 3. You wanna join Miss Yarrow? Gonna sing a song right at the beginning. Where's Miss Allen?
Ain't gonna let nobody
turn me around.
No, turn me around. No, ain't gonna let nobody
turn me around.
We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to cast our votes. Ain't gonna let racist politics
turn me around.
No,
turn me around.
No, ain't gonna let racist politics
turn me around.
I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking,
everybody,
marching up to cast our votes.
One more time.
Ain't gonna let nobody
turn me around.
No,
turn me around.
No, ain't gonna let nobody
turn me around.
We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to cast our vote.
All right, first line. Tyler, who's gonna lead in the way? Tyler, to the student union. All right, wait a minute, this line hold. Next line, we're gonna keep it safe. Now go to 3. 3 o'clock.
Just walk slow. Just walk slow. Y'all ready? All right.
Oh, damn. We could have avoided the steps.
Yeah.
Hey, don't walk too fast.
Huh? Yeah. You do?
No, I'm just here on behalf of.
Oh, well, thank you. Do you see any of your brothers from Central?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for supporting us.
Oh, no problem.
Good night.
I had a woman issue.
Don't slow down. And we want to keep some space in between. Keep some space in between each row.
5 or 6 steps between each row. Keep the spacing.
I say fired up, you say ready to vote. Fired up. 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 Ready to vote. I say fired up, you say ready to vote. Fired up. 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 Fired up. Fired up. Ready to vote. 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 I say fired up. Ready to vote, 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 fired up. Ready to vote. Our votes matter. Our votes matter. Listen, our votes matter. Help me. Our votes matter. 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 When I say fired up, you say ready to vote. Fired up. 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 Ready to vote. I say, what do you want? You say, what? You say police reform. What do you want? 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 Police reform. I say, what do you want? You say, come here. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I say, what do you want? You say, education. What do you want? 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 Education. I say, what do you want? You say, justice. What do you want? 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 Justice. I say, fired up. You say, ready to vote. Fired up. Ready to vote. Fired up. Ready to vote.
Come vote with us. Are y'all registered?
Ready to vote. Fired up. 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 Ready to vote. When I say fired up, you say ready to vote. Fired up. 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 Ready to vote. Ready to vote. Ready to vote. Fired up. 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 Ready to vote. I say, what do you want? You say justice. What do you want? 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 Justice. When I say, what do you want? You say voting rights. What do you want? 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 Voting rights. I say, what do you want? You say voter protection. What do you want? 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 Voter protection. When I say fired up, you say ready to vote. Fired up. 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 Ready to vote. When I say, what do you want? You say education. What do you want? 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 Education. When I say, what do you want? You say health care. What do you want? 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 Health care. When I say, what do you want? You say voting rights. What do you want? 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 Voting rights. When I say, what do you want? You say justice. What do you want? 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 Justice. Fired up. Ready to vote. 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 I say, what do you want? You say justice. What do you want? 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 Justice. Let's give Reverend Gatewood a round of applause for getting us over here. Come on, Gatewood. We want to stop right here at the Union because we know that folks are assembled on 1040 break, and we understand that there's business and class going on as usual, but for those of you that have been paying attention to North Carolina, you know that this is not politics as usual in North Carolina. And so today, the NAACP, certain chapters across North Carolina have united together with clergy members and most importantly with the students at HBCU campuses to stand up and protect voting on HBCU campuses. We want to make sure that everybody understands that today is the first day of early voting in North Carolina. But across the state, many HBCU campuses have been denied the right to have polling precincts because of those that are in power in North Carolina that intend to suppress the vote. So today the students are standing together. We're asking everybody on 1040 break here at North Carolina Central to start off a wave that will go across the state of North Carolina with HBCU students
marching to the early vote. We have certain members and leaders that are going to speak for a few seconds, and then we're going to continue to march. First, we definitely would like to call up one of North Carolina Central's own, Sister Rebecca Barber. Y'all give it up for her. Give her a round of applause.
When I say black votes, you say matter. Black votes matter. Black votes matter. How many of y'all are ready to vote today? Woo! That's right. We have a lot at stake this election. We have our history at stake. Too many people fought for us to have the right to vote, for us not to use it. We have policies at stake. So we're going to go today and we're going to march to the polls. So if y'all will bear with us for a minute, we're going to make sure we're structured and in order. We have voter guides for everyone to use once we get to the polls, and we're going to make sure that we're all on one accord. And one more time, black votes matter. Black votes matter. When I say, what do you want? You say voting rights. What do you want? Voting rights. What do you want? Voting rights. When HBCUs are under attack, what do you do? Stand up, fight back. What do you do? Stand up, fight back. What do you do? Stand up, fight back. HBCUs are under attack. What do you do? Stand up, fight back. What do you do? Stand up, fight back. What do you do? Stand up, fight back. When our lives are under attack, what do you do? Stand up, fight back. What do you do? Stand up, fight back. What do you do? Stand up, fight back. When love is under attack, what do you do? What do you do? I'm certainly standing up. What do you do? Get out, number! What do you do? What do you do? Get out, number! What do you do? Get out, number! What do you do? What do you do? When Sunday voting is under attack, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? When Sunday voting is under attack, what do you do? Stand up, fight back. What do you do? Stand up, fight back. What do you do? Louder. What do you do? Stand up, fight back. That's right. All right, y'all. Thank you. All right. So, excuse me, ma'am. Hold on 1 second for us, please. Thank you. So we made it. We marched a little over 2 miles because of these extremists decided to take the polling place off UAll's campus that has been there for the past 4 years. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a really group photo, and then you're going to go in there and cast your ballots, your votes. So let's give real time, take a group photo in front of that Board of Elections sign. Where do you want the photo?
Come on, squeeze in.
Okay, we're going to get this photo, and then we're going to keep, as far as I'm concerned, we need to do a few more chants while the people are listening, and then we'll go ahead and let you vote. Is that all right?
Okay, yeah, because you all done a great job. You're doing a great job, and you're looking good. You're looking good. You're looking good. Is NCCU in the house?
Eagle Pride!
Eagle Pride! Yep. Even the scripture speaks in your favor. We will mount up with wings as eagles. Uh-oh. What? I didn't know it was going to be that kind of party.
Y'all look good. Y'all look good.
All right, here come the water hose.
Not in my county.
We'll let them go ahead and get in line. All right.
All right, everybody, let's line up.
The line is moving quickly.
It's a not in my county.
Stay ready to vote. Fired up.
Ready to vote.
Fired up.
Ready to vote.
Fired up.
Ready to vote.
Fired up.
Ready to vote.
Fired up.
Ready to vote.
Fired up.
Ready to vote.
Fired up.
Ready to vote.
Fired up. Louder. Fired up.
Ready to vote. Ready to vote. Ready to vote.
Fired up.
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 Ready to vote.
I tell you, we love you. We love you. I would say give yourselves a hand, but you're holding placards and all types of water and everything. So I do want you to know that the North Carolina NAACP, we are proud to stand with you. Reverend Dr. William J. Barber II, who we heard earlier this morning, he's very excited about what we are doing here today. The North Carolina NAACP, we thank you. We thank our local and our branch and our chapter leadership of the NAACP. We're thankful for all those who are with us, Democracy North Carolina. We're appreciative of our partners, such as Democracy North Carolina. We're thankful to all of you who came out today, who are standing up, standing on the shoulders of those who came before us, who died for this very right to vote. There's lots of blood on this ballot. We are thankful that you decided to pick up the ballot, move forward, and when I say forward together, not one step back. Forward together,
Not one step back.
forward together,
Not one step back.
forward together,
Not one step back.
forward together,
Not one step back.
forward together.
Not one step back.
Are you ready to vote?
Yeah.
If you're ready